life.
Flip the switch. That's right. I practiced with a hairbrush last night, so I know what to do with my hands. All right. So we're going to talk about the American dream. But, growing up, I was in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. My parents were missionaries, so I didn't really know that there was an American dream until I was 9 years old, and we came back to America for 6 months. So my siblings and I, we didn't know anything about this country that was supposed to be our home because everybody was speaking English. We didn't have to wear uniforms to school. We were very confused. So we all plopped down in front of the TV and started watching commercials so that we could understand our culture. And so I remember one of the commercials, there was this man on a riding lawnmower, and the grass was so green, it was weird. And there was a beautiful house, and this voiceover said, he's living the American dream. He's got a house, he's got furniture, and there's beautiful cars, and everything his kids can want. How do you do it, sir? And you know what he said? I'm drowning in debt. And so fast forward about 25 years, and I was sitting in a room much like this one in August 2019 at the Cook Altitude Conference. And so life had taken me on quite a journey around the world. I'd come back to the States for college, met my husband, we got married, I taught math in North Carolina. Then we took our family to Beijing, China, where we lived for about 7 years before we had to come back to the States in 2018 because of my husband's health issues. And so all of a sudden, now here we are, we're trying to create the American dream for our family, which we never thought we would live in America, so that was weird. But we did find out something, that there is some debt involved in trying to create the American dream. And so in that room, in August 2019, I got to listen as Symmetry introduced a new product called Debt-Free Life. And it was just like the Lord spoke to my heart and said, every part of your journey along the way has led you to this moment. And I knew that Debt-Free Life was going to play a very important role in the next part of my journey. And so I'm just here today to kind of share a little bit about what's happened since that time. And so what I decided then was that I was going to become a debt-free life expert. And so with the help, the encouragement, the support of my amazing mentors, Mark Neubauer and Chris Cook, I got started as a debt-free life agent. So the very first thing that I did was I got set up with my very own debt-free life plan. Now let me tell you what happened there. 2 years since, our family's consumer debt, our medical debt is almost all paid off. Last year, we were able to buy a home. I never thought we would be able to do this. We're going to pay it off in December of 2028. That's right, 11. So thankful. Now, since that time, I've been trying to build up a team for Debt-Free Life. And here's what we've been up to for the past little bit. And we call ourselves the Debt-Free Life Dream Makers, and you're going to hear why. So in that time, we have eliminated $25.7 million of debt for American families. We have saved them almost $4 million in interest. And now look at this. The projected retirement increase, is it going to come up? So big, $67.5 million, and we are just getting started.
Woo! That's true.
All right, so this is why I get super passionate about it. And so I want to talk to you now about what Symmetry is doing, how Debt-Free Life is growing. So earlier this year, Mike Resma was appointed Vice President of Advanced Markets here at Symmetry, and he has been laser focused on Debt-Free Life. And he's got a big vision for it. You may have heard it. We are going to get rid of what? $1 trillion in interest. Take it away from the banks and put it back into the hands of the American families.
Woo!
And it is an honor and a privilege to be a part of the group that's working alongside Mike to lead the charge for Debt-Free Life here within Symmetry. So here's a little bit about what's going on. Now, first of all, the Debt-Free Life software. I tell you guys, it is amazing. It's proprietary. It's unique just for Symmetry agents. There's nobody else that's got what we have. Nobody. All right, and this software, it makes it so much more effective, so much more efficient for the agent, and it's so much more meaningful for the client. We've got some amazing marketing assets that you can post all over social media. Get people asking you, what is Debt-Free Life? There's some boot camps, both in person, and there's about to be one on Quility U where you can get trained in Debt-Free Life. There is new leads coming out from Debt-Free Life from all sorts of sources that are really, really strong. And I'm leading up a translation project right now for Debt-Free Life, getting our materials and marketing assets. Right now we're working on Spanish, Korean, and Mandarin, and there's a lot more languages, so we're going to work on that too. But as we're working on all these things, this group that I'm working with, we've realized, do you know what the most effective Debt-Free Life marketing tool is? It's you, the agents, because all across Symmetry, agents are sitting with a combined thousands of families per week. And do you know what? All these families that you're sitting with, they have debt. Now, how do I know that they have debt? Well, why are you there? Right? You are there to help them protect their mortgage. And what is a mortgage?
Debt.
It is debt. And so as you're sitting with families, going through all of their finances and such, chances are they have accumulated some additional debt as their family is pursuing the American dream. Cars, credit cards, medical, furniture, personal loans, all sorts of things, student loans, all right? And so that is why as you are uncovering this information to protect their mortgage and their family, you're uncovering this debt. That's why you are the most effective marketing strategy to help everybody win with Debt-Free Life. So, how do we win with Debt-Free Life? All right, let's talk about it. First, win. Your client gets to live a debt-free life. Woo! What more value can you provide to your client than to say, I can help you get out of debt? Who else can help them do that? Nobody. Secondly, we've been talking a lot today about passive income. This is passive income for you. If you refer them to a Debt-Free Life specialist, then you're going to get passive income. And thirdly, it's a win for the Debt-Free Life specialist because we get to get them set up with the policy. So boom, win, win, win. So how can you do this? Let's talk about that. These are 3 questions for your Debt-Free Life pivot. You're going to want to write these down. You can ask these in every single appointment. First, do you feel like your debt is preventing you from contributing to your retirement? If your mortgage and all your debts were paid off, would your retirement be more comfortable? And if you had no debt, do you think that you could retire sooner? Let me ask y'all something. What do you think most people are going to say to those questions?
Yes.
Yes, they're going to say yes. So what if they say yes? Oh gosh, what do we do now? You need to connect them with a Debt-Free Life specialist. That's what we're here for. So if you are a part of the Cook Agency, you just need to go to cooktfl.com. We got everything laid out there for you, okay? So you go to that. You're going to see all those 3 questions, all right? So you can ask them there. There's a place to book the appointment. The client will get reminders. You'll get a confirmation email. Everything's on there. If you are a agent in the Young Agency, you can send them to cooktfl.com. We'll take care of them, you know what I'm saying? But you can also just send an email to debtfreelife@quility.com, send your state and your hierarchy, and so they'll connect them with the Debt-Free Life specialist inside the Young hierarchy. All right, so either way, we're going to take care of them for you. Okay, we're gonna make sure they're in good hands. We're gonna help them get out of debt. So all you need to worry about is how are you gonna invest the commission that you're gonna receive from that policy. So you might have some questions. How will I receive my passive income from this Debt-Free Life referral? So here's some helpful hints. The Debt-Free Life splits are 60-40, 60% to the writing agent, and then 40% for you, the referring agent. You are paid directly through the carrier, so you'll just boom. It's going to be in your bank account. Raise your hand if you could live with that. Anybody? Okay, all right, awesome. All right, and by the way, Debt-Free Life policies have a lifetime residual. Oh, that means you get paid for the lifetime of the policy. Hello, very nice. All right, now you might be thinking, who could I send? Who could they help? If your client has debt, we can help them. Hey, if you have debt, we can help you. If your family has debt, we can help them. If anybody has debt, we can help them. All right. Hey, listen, if you have just written a policy on that client, we will not replace it. Okay? We will not replace it. That way, nobody wins if we do that. So we will not be replacing policies you wrote. You don't have to understand debt-free life, guys. I tell you what, I've been working with it for 2 years. I'm still learning all the nuances of debt-free life. You just leverage the product, leverage the system, send them over to us. We're going to take care of them. You might be thinking, hey, when should I book an appointment? Like, a month from now? We've been hearing from all the top producers, book them as soon as possible so that we can help them as quickly as possible. All right, let me just walk you quickly through what does it look like when I get a debt-free life referral, one of my team does. So we talk through, hey, this is what debt-free life is. Let me kind of introduce you to that. And then we're going through what is their mortgage information, got all that information. Then we go through their debts, kind of uncomfortable, but I always say, hey, this is the no judgment zone. All right, we go through what the payments are. We're looking for extra payments, and then we go ahead and book a follow-up session, and I craft and create their debt-free life plan. Then in the follow-up appointment, what we do is we show them, hey, this is where you're already spending money, so you're not going to have to find extra money for this policy. We're just going to redirect inefficient funds. And hey, then this is where you are currently. If you kept doing this, this is how long it's going to take you to get out of debt. Almost 20 years for this client. They're paying $332,000 in debt over that 20-year period. Now, this is the fun part. Look at this. It's going to take this client instead 7 years and 9 months to pay off all that debt. All right, now look at this. It's going to save them over $60,000 in interest, and over a 30-year period, increase their projected retirement by over $1 million. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So, consider this your formal invitation to join the Debt-Free Life Dream Makers team. All right, we want you to be a part of making this a reality for clients, of allowing clients the opportunity to dream big about what the future can be for their family. So again, how do you join the DFL Dream Makers team? You ask these 3 questions, and if they say yes, Cook agent, you go on over to cookdfl.com. Young, you go over to debtfreelife@quility.com, send that email, and we're going to take care of them at that point. So listen, y'all, in August 2019, my career shifted focus. And it became my passion to make sure that every American family had the opportunity to choose to live a debt-free life. And so I think back to that commercial that I watched as a 9-year-old girl going through culture shock. And I want to see that same commercial today, except now when the man, that voiceover comes and says, how do you do it? The man can say, hey, my dreams came true with debt-free life.
Woo!